So we're back with another video. This is kind of like an unboxing video slash review. Only thing is, I brought this pistol used out in Nassau County, Long Island. The reason why I want to do a rather short review unboxing video, well, not really unboxing, but more of a review, is to inform you guys of how well this pistol has behaved. Obviously, this is the XDM Elite Compact in 45 ACP. It comes with the Hex Dragonfly red dot optic. I believe is a Springfield exclusive. I haven't done much to this pistol. I purchased it with the Trijicon suppressor height sights. I added the Talon grips on it, the granular sand grips. By the way, you guys need to only get these grips. Yes, they're a little bit aggressive and they might bother if you don't wear an undershirt, but these by far give you the best feel, best grip overall. I tried the rubber ones and these are way better. Obviously, this pistol is a bit of a chunky monkey. It's got a Picatinny rail for an accessory light. It also does have those aggressive serrations on the slide. It's got the 10-round magazine. I'm in a restricted state at the moment. It's funny, the magazine says 9, but it holds 10 plus 1. I will be carrying this pistol in the near future. I'm going to have it moved from my premise license to my carry license. It takes 10 rounds of 45 ACP, which is hard to come by in a compact of this size nowadays. As you can see, it's got the grip safety. A lot of owners complain about this. I don't see why. It's just an added extra feature. Make sure you don't shoot your junk off. But what I have to say about this pistol, not only does it look good for what it is, but out of my 8 or 9 pistols, it is the only pistol that has never malfunctioned. Mind you, this pistol right here has seen a healthy dose of aluminum cased blazer ammunition. I believe 200 grain or 230 grain blazer aluminum cased, aluminum, not steel, aluminum cased ammunition. As you guys well know, this pistol, 45 ACP, it's a pricey round. You can get it for like 18 bucks. You can get them online, but I've seen them go up for regular range ammo, maybe like $24, $25. I don't even know what that is in cents per round, but $25 is just way too much for me to shoot this pistol. What more can I say? Yes, we were talking about reliability. In terms of reliability, it is just mind-blowing how I have never received a single malfunction, not a single failure to feed, not a single failure to eject. It is by far the most reliable gun that I have in my arsenal. This and my CZ-P01. And I have, I have Canics, PDPs. I have, what else do I have? I have a SIG, I have a Glock, I have a Shadow Systems. But this right here, by far, one of the most reliable pistols that I've ever come across. It's got the match grade barrel. It's got the extended slide stop release, takedown lever. Here's another thing about this pistol that I want to inform you guys out there. This right here was my first ever purchased used pistol. I was so hesitant and so intimidated by purchasing a used pistol. Um, but there was a group, I believe there was a store out in Long Island by the name of, I believe it's South Shore Sports, South Shore, I believe, in Nassau. I know they got LI Outdoorsman, and then they got South Shore, I believe, South Shore Sportsman. Um, I happened to be looking for the XDS Mod 2 at the time in 45 ACP, which I feel would have been a better fit because I would have threw that on my concealed carry license and carried it all day. But this was one that I actually considered, and I couldn't find this pistol anywhere new. I couldn't find it on Gunbroker. I couldn't find it on Gun Deals. And as I went to the store to inquire about some new firearms, when I looked down at the cabinet, the used section, what do I see? I see this pistol staring at me. It had the Hex Dragonfly optic. Um, and don't let the internet, change your mind. These Hex Dragonflies, for what they're worth, crispy. That dot is just crisp. It's red. It's crisp. Yeah, it's tiny. It's I think it's a 2 MOA, but and you don't have multi reticle. You don't have you have shake away. I turn it on and it'll stay on, and I can't. I don't believe it's got shake awake. I don't. It's got an on and off button, but what it does have is it's got a time. If it senses no motion, it'll automatic shut down, automatically shut down, which is okay by me. This is a range queen. I just take her to the range. But the internet shits on these optics, and to me, I don't see anything wrong with them. Yes, they're a little bit chunky. You don't have much of a co-witness, but I mean, it's a sub $200 optic. What do you expect? All I know is that it's been functioning since day one. I've had the pistol a year and a half. I had to change the battery once in that time, and I have no issues with it. Yes, the way Springfield did their optics cut, in order for you to get down in here to clean this pistol's internals, you do have to remove the optic, and I did have to recite it. But that's what, once every battery change. I don't have too much to say about that. I mean, there's nothing that bothers me about that. It's got these serrations in the front, and it's got a big trigger guard, so you have no issues. The trigger is well, let's just say it's much better than my Glocks. It's a lot crispier. Reset. It's got that funny double reset thing going on, which I'm not too sure what that's about. But if you notice here, if I let it go, you heard that? It's a click and then another click. Don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's got like that dual click system that I don't know exactly what that does or what it click. So wow, that's fairly 90 degrees. So the reset is actually really good. It's got the loaded chamber indicator as well. If you cock the slide, it pops out, lets you know it's racked. So the trigger on this gun, no complaints. It's got a weird, funny shape, but the dingus doesn't dig in to your finger pad like the way a Glock does. So on that alone, I give it a thumbs up, and a healthy whipping over the Glock. Again, I put these Talon grips on it because the one thing that did bother me was the grip. This grip here, which is actually like this here, it's so slippery. There's really nowhere to grab onto. There's no bite when you squeeze on this thing. And if you sweat, which a lot of guys online were complaining about sweating at the range, and I was like, I ain't no sweat, but of course I was shooting in the winter, Now I go to an outdoor range where it's about 100 degrees, and yeah, you feel your palms slipping off this. So this was one of the best purchases I did. Um, I paid about 20 bucks for this, and I installed it using a heat gun. And they haven't came off since. They've been on there for quite a while. I suggest anyone with this type of grip, this polymer frame, I don't understand why they just can't make grips like this. That would make the gun so much easier to grab. This finish right here is nice. It's got I think it's Tenifer up top, but don't quote me on that. But this finish on the polymer slide is so slippery that you don't have any choice but to get some sort of. And I had to get the sandpaper type, the granular type from Talons, because it was just slipping all over the place. And in terms of recoil, it does have recoil. It's not as snappy as people have claimed that it is. Like the 45 ACP rounds, a little bit of a push. It's not much of a. So it's when you shoot it, it's kind of like boom, like it just goes back a little bit. It doesn't snap like like a 43X. It doesn't go straight up in the air and snap away. But like I said, I'm gonna put this on my my carry permit, and I'm gonna carry it in the winter, most likely. Only because of its heft. I'm probably gonna put it on an out the waistband, over the waistband holster, because this way I'll just drape my coat over it, and it'll be my winter carry. I think you can summer carry it, but it's chunky. It's very chunky, and it's got a little weight to it. So yeah, that's my little mini review of this gun. I mean, I'm happy that I made the purchase. At first, I made the purchase. I was happy. Then I said, damn, I should have gotten this one. I should have got the XDS Mod 2 because it's smaller. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. And I asked the individual behind the counter, how much is for this XDM Elite? And he said about $629. So it came with 2 or 3 mags. It came with the Hex Dragonfly optic. It came with the flush mounted mag, and it also came with a magwell, which I don't really use because for some reason it splits up my ring finger and my pinky. It like literally sits right in between both, and that kind of bothers me. This grip right here feels perfect. I have short fingers, so they're not the biggest, but they're kind of short and kind of thick. So when I grip it here, my pinky sits right on this base pad, and it's actually perfect. I get good purchase on the gun, and it's the perfect size. So anything smaller would be probably too small. And but this pistol right here actually gets the job done. I've had it for a year and a half, and I take it to the range at least once or twice a week, and look at the way it looks. It's got some barrel wear here, but that was from before I brought it. I tend to keep a little oil on top just so that this wear doesn't keep progressing. But yeah, so that's my little mini review. If you like it, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. I'm in New York City, so my pistol purchases are limited. So every time I get a pistol, I'm going to review it for you guys and give you a decent review with no graphics, no country music, no rap music, none of that crap, just a review. I promise you guys. Thank you. Like and subscribe, and leave me comments with any questions. And I'll gladly interact with you guys and get some responses. Thank you.